Alright, today we have another challenge lock by ZM78. Let's see, ZM here. It is Jarr'd. Now, we will not get this cam stuck in the vise. Here's our key, obviously mummified. So let's stick that in. Stick it up kinda high. I might stick it in on an angle. Alright, and then readjust my vise flat down. There we go. That'll work. Should give that lots of room. Alright. Multi-pick 14. Let's, much of a muchness, let's pull towards this time. Clockwise, piano 6. Mostly because I had it out on the table. I may use deforest diamond for these sorts of things, but whatever. Pick's a pick. Do like the deforest. Right. Okay, click out of the pin at the back. Click out of 1, bit of a false set. More on 1. 1 does not feel set yet. Oop. Counter rotate. Now it feels set. Pin 3. Oop. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, and looks like we dropped 6. There's 6 again. Look at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, searching for something binding. Everything feels a bit loose now. Switch to a steeper hook. See if we can't find something with that one. Yeah. Go, a little click on 3, a little bit more of a false set. 1 again. Got a lot of action out of number 1. Three. Feels like we've got a very low cut near the back. Oop. Alright, just nudge that and we're in a pretty deep false set now. Alright, that feels like it there. I might switch to the steeper hook. I don't want to overset the one in front of it when we lift it. So, alright, there it is. And get really centered on that pin. Come on. Alright, we got it. Still got a false set though. Must be just one left. Here we go, up the front. Oh, we got that, but we've lost our false set. Back at the back. A lot of back and forth on this one. Alright, 1 and 2 set, 3 feels set. Nudge on 4. Nudge on 4. Counter rotate on 4. Default set again. Alright, come on. We've got to be nearly done. And there it is. Feels like a little T-pin nudge at the end there. Alright, that was pretty good. I put up a fair bit of fight. A lot of back and forth. That could just be bad binding order. Don't know. Let's see what we've got in there. Alright, so because this comes with a cut to remove type deal, where's the end of this tape? I don't want to cut it because then, I've got to work out how to get it together again. So I'd rather take tape off and put new tape on. It's easy enough. All right. Poke that through. Key should slide out. So there's our bitting. So not lots of up and down, but lots of fairly high cuts, which give a lot of action off the pins. So all right, we'll lock that up. Take these screws out. Get this cam off. Alright. Key it all the way. Turn it 45-ish. Shim. I don't really often need a shim on these lockwood ovals, but shim on a challenge lock is never a bad idea. Now, this is not the right follow-up. This is the right follow-up for lockwood. The metal one is like the tiniest bit fatter and it really just jams with a shim. It's alright with no shim. Anyway, I'll get that out, put that there. So, as expected, there are 6 pins. Let's see, we've got some countersinking on 2 there. Yeah, so you see all those key pins are quite deep down there. Often you see challenge locks with really, really high-low bitting, which does create one kind of challenge, but having them all quite high does mean when we pull the drivers out, you'll see they get a lot of action. So we've got also threading on 4 and 5. Everything else feels stuck. Let's dump those out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Just quickly turn those up the right way. All right, so all standard lockwood key pins. Nothing special there. drivers have like a bonbon spool. That dropped and colored all the time. I had to keep going back to number 1. So I really like these Lockwood ovals for challenge locks. They just have such good tolerances to begin with that it really doesn't sort of matter what pins you stick in them. They end up being a challenge anyway. Deep spin on spool 1, 2. It's a pin. I don't know. Challenge lock pins don't always make sense to name them. It's a thing. It's a bit bent. I'll have to have a look at that in a second. Is it bent? It's like a rattlesnake pin. Spring came with that one. And this T-pin at the end. So, no, the spring is not supposed to be attached to that. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, we've got a bit of a free-floating elements there. So, whoop. That's a close-up of pin 5. It looks like 4 is the same. It's like he's used it. Dollop. Oh my god, I'm dropping them everywhere. Dollop of solder to trap those on. So 2 free floating elements there. So 2 rattlesnake pins, which is nice to see. Some pretty generously good pins there. Yep. So you see this nice like bonbon type thing. Really deep spool here. This like sort of step pin, mushroom top thing, these 2 pin and pins, rattlesnakey jobs, and this T-pin at the end. So let's just quickly put these key pins back in. This is a good pro tip for anyone building a challenge lock. Is take all your key pins, stick them in the lock like that, and then you take your security driver, stick it in the lock, and you can see exactly how much it's going to do. So you can see this top section of the spool is never going to do anything, right? Like that's going to be in the Bible the whole time. So you'll feel no action from that. But you're going to have this standard section that needs to set, and then you're going to fall into this false set there, that first one. So that will do something, and then that final click out. So that tells you how much room you've got to play, which in this one, that's a fair bit of play. Same for this real deep spool, like that's all gonna come into effect there. Whoops. Yeah, so when you put them all in, you can really see what's going where. You know, like you can see exactly how your lock's gonna behave, and pairing up those pin and pins with the serrated was a good idea too. So you can see already that's going to start like in a false set. This very top bit, it's not going to make a lot of difference, but I'll let it tilt over a bit. So that's useful. Yeah, see, so when they're all in it like that, you can really see most of each of those pins is going to do something. So I think that's a pretty good challenge lock bitting personally, even though that's not the commonly used one. I'm of the opinion the single best challenge lock bitting is probably actually just a blank. I mean, as long as no one knows that the bitting is a blank, because then you could just, you know, lift everything evenly. But all max lift, best bitting. All right, let's take those back out so we can. get this pre-assembled. It's my pointy pliers for that one. Thank you, AliExpress. Alright. That was Jarr'd by ZM78. Another nice one from an Aussie maker. Alright, thanks for watching.